Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode of Road Salt, the 46 Chevy Rat Rod project. So been jumping around a little bit, been doing some catch-up work on some stuff. Haven't been really videoing because got to get this thing done before summer comes, so the videoing takes a little bit more time. So I'm going to go around, just kind of show you some of the things that we've done, and then today we're going to work on the throttle linkage, so getting that going. So here we go. Alright, so we got some of the wiring done. Got the wires up through for the lights on both sides. So that's one of the things that we got done. Also, you can notice we got the headers on and the mufflers on. So Dynamex bullet mufflers. So we got them on. Looking pretty good. We changed out the valve covers. There were some shiny valve covers on there. I don't really like shiny stuff on a rat rod, so not a lot of shiny stuff. So we got that put on there. We got the radiator hooked up with the hoses, the tranny line, so we got that all done. Got a velocity stack on there, even though it's shiny. Maybe I can try and sand it down or something, make it not shiny. So we got all those done. So that was pretty much most of the stuff that I've done without videoing. So it's looking pretty good. So today we're going to get a throttle linkage. So we're going to go with just a rod that's going to come through here. Take this off. I kind of wanted to leave that on there. It kind of looked cool, just nostalgic, but it's going to go right where the rod's got to go. So we're going to have a rod coming through here, through the firewall, and into that spoon pedal, the throttle linkage light here. We'll take a look at that. So yeah, we got that down here, and it's gonna come, through there, hook up to that linkage for the throttle. That pedal come off like a, I don't remember what it was, like a Ford Fairmont or something, I don't remember. So, but we're gonna work on that today, so let's get that going. Okay, so we got a rod here. I threaded one end, got our end piece on here to be able to bolt in. We're gonna drill a hole through the firewall, and we got her, hard to see, we got her up in there. So I'm gonna mark that and then get it cut. All right, so we got the rod, the length, the right length. I got one side threaded, so just basically just taking a piece of 1/4-inch rod and threading it on each end. Be able to put those end pieces on and make a throttle rod. All right, so we got the throttle hooked up to the pedal underneath. Got it all set in there. Now I just got to get a spoon. They call it a spoon onto the pedal, the bottom of the pedal, for my foot to be able to hit. So that's the next step here. Another little quick update on a piece I worked on, the side panel here. So this was part of the hood that goes all the way up, so it's gonna be on there. So what do you guys think? You like it better without that side panel, or with that side panel? I'm kind of leaning towards the with. That's with, and that's without. So what do you guys think? All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a spoon pedal out of this flat stock I got. Cut off a section of it. We're gonna heat it up and bend it around this a little bit so it gives it a little bit of curve, and then we'll kind of cut it out and get it welded onto the pedal, so it's kind of like a spoon pedal, so a little homemade spoon pedal. Alright, so we got kind of drawn out here, get it plasma cut. You can see it's got a little curve to it, so we'll go ahead and get that plasma cutted out. Alright, so we did a little light off here. Had to cut some of the bottom of the pedal off because this was so far down. I couldn't hit it with my foot properly. You know, just stuff that you learn as you're doing it. So cut it off. We're gonna get that spoon on there, kind of like that, and we're gonna weld it on. So let's do that next. Alright, after a little bit of trial and error and moving some pieces around, because it was really tight to try and push it and it had a real short throw on it, I had to kind of cut the other rod and adjust it, but this seems to be it. You know, I'm sure there was, you know, geometry and math and all that stuff involved in there, but I wasn't good at that in school, so it's just trial and error and kind of like try this, try that, and this seemed to work pretty good. So got a pretty good throttle there, and it works very well here. Had to move some stuff around here. Had this down too low, so it was pulling so hard, you know, leverage, you know, had to get it up on the higher point, and it works better up here. So that's the got the throttle pedal in there. Works good. Alright, well, thanks again for watching, for coming around. Smash that subscribe button down there for me. Hit that like button. I mean, that helps out a lot on the channel. We're getting up there in some numbers, so we're having some fun. We've got the throttle linkage all hooked up. Starting to put some antifreeze in it. You seen a video on there, maybe on my shorts there. My son came over and fired this up. He messaged me and said, "Hey, your truck sounds really good." I'm like, "Well, did you start it?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, there's no antifreeze in it." "Oh, we didn't run it very long." I'm like, okay. He knows what he's doing, though. He's a good mechanic, so he checked everything out and knew what he was doing, so he just started up. But we're gonna get this thing fired up pretty soon here, getting the antifreeze in and everything else. So we'll see you guys on the next episode. All right.